ain't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Eevee and make it look easy.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the upcoming Dazzler series. It's gonna be coming out, a little solo book that is going to basically be bringing Dazzler on a world tour in the midst of anti-mutant sentiment being at an all-time high and the fall of X having still been fresh in every mutant's mind. Now, this is going to be by a creative team I am not terribly familiar with, at least not as much as I think. I know it's going to be written by Jason Liu with art by Rafael Loureiro. Jason Liu I am more familiar with because of the recent Sentry series. I think it was like a 4 or 5 part Sentry series. It's just not too terribly long, ago wrapped up. I'm not familiar with Rafael Loureiro. I went and looked him up and I was like, oh, wow, I was like, fantastic artist. So yeah, this is gonna look good. It's gonna be fantastic looking. This series is not going to be a team book in the traditional sense and not a solo book in the traditional sense. And I say all that because, while yes, this is a Dazzler book, Dazzler is gonna have a team surrounding her, but not the kind of team that you're initially thinking about. It's gonna be a world tour team. In the blurb, it says her tour may be for everyone, but backstage, Allison is joined by a crew of fellow mutants. Her head of security, Domino. That's actually pretty gangster to have that level of firepower backing you up. She's also gonna have her personal guard, Strong Guy, like literally being in the role that I think when he was first introduced into Marvel Comics, he was more kind of like a bouncer style character. Like, yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. We also got the one-man roadie, Multiple Man. Dude, Multiple Man is your roadie. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, as a guy who used to be in bands, I would love to have had the power of Multiple Man, or someone with the power of Multiple Man to break down drum sets and equipment and roll up mic cables and stuff like that, and even move speakers and guitars and drums and stuff in and out of a venue. My God, yeah, because that used to suck. But also carrying on, it says drummer Shark Girl, which I think that's pretty awesome to have Shark Girl doing something. I like that. I actually really like that. And then we also got the expert publicist Wind Dancer, which I think is kind of on brand for Wind Dancer. We haven't really gotten much Wind Dancer love as of late. I think last time we saw her, at least to my recollection, was in Leah Williams' X Factor. She was resurrected during that time frame. It says anti-mutant fervor has never felt more personal, but anyone who tries to dim Dazzler's light will just have to face the music. I like that. This is really just straight up and to the point, and I love it. I love what this is supposed to be on its face. So there's gonna be shenanigans. It just is what it is. I'm actually kind of sad that that Lila Cheney isn't involved in these proceedings. Or I have a feeling maybe we will see Lila Cheney. You never know. Out and proud as a mutant and back on the road, Dazzler, Marvel's glittering mutant songstress, has been in and out of the limelight over the years, but now the time has finally come for her to take center stage. Dazzler embarks on a new world tour, the culmination and celebration of her entire musical career. But while Dazzler may be ready to focus on her music, her celebrity mutant status and a violent attack may sideline the entire endeavor before it's even begun. I love the setup here, and everything that they're doing, like all the different call outs, like let the music play and all this other stuff. I love how they're setting this up. This is what you do with Dazzler. And I like Dazzler as a character. I've always enjoyed her as a character. I'm not like the hugest Dazzler fan by any stretch of the imagination, so don't get it twisted. But I do like seeing Dazzler getting some shine here, because I feel like Dazzler's always just kind of been on the periphery. Like ever since the 80s had come and gone, if you get any Dazzler whatsoever, you get her in, the bare, the most bare minimum of ways. I think X-Terminators recently was the first comic I'd seen in a while that really put Dazzler at the forefront. To go even further into this, let the music play. With the fall of Krakoa, the X-Men's dream of coexistence has never felt more impossible. Luckily, Mutankind's very own pop princess has a song that will unite the masses and paint a big target on her back. In an all-new Dazzler comic book limited series from rising Marvel star Jason Liu and extraordinary Marvel newcomer artist Rafael Loureiro, which explains why I didn't know who they were, Dazzler will launch this September as part of the X-Men's new From the Ashes era. No stranger to headlining, Alison Blair enjoyed a successful solo career outside the X-Men in the 1980s, with the fondly remembered and long-running Dazzler series. Now she's back to inspire a whole new generation, spreading a message of love and acceptance, one sold-out show at a time. I find of note here too is that, while yes, they're going to be dealing with some anti-mutant sentiment, one of the things I think is pretty cool here is that each issue of Dazzler, they say, is going to feature all new song lyrics from Dazzler's song notebook. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, and I do wish that they would have done with this what they used to do with characters like Luna Snow, like actually drop an album. I mean, let's just go ahead and be real here. Everybody's already like clamoring for Taylor Swift to be Dazzler in the MCU. Man, it would have been a baller move by Marvel to be like, hey, T-Swizzle, you want to come over here and hum a few bars for us, maybe crank out maybe about 4 or 5 hits right quick. Do you know how much heat that would be? Like, I'm sorry, you can hate on Taylor Swift all you want. I'm not gonna sit here and act like her music is terrible. Let's just stop. I know I'm supposed to say Beyonce is better, and yes, Beyonce is better. However, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that Taylor Swift is such a terrible pop singer because Beyonce is that much better than her. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. Like, two things can be true at the same time. Beyonce is a queen and a goddess and a musical marvel, and Taylor Swift has good music. So there you go. Yeah, walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. But yeah, I'm excited for Dazzler. I don't know if just based on the one thing I've read of Jason Liu, which I know a lot of people didn't care for his Century series, or at least I saw maybe not so much that people didn't care for, but I noticed there were some people who were very critical of it. I don't really have a problem with it. Like, it didn't bother me. I liked what it did. I mean, I do feel like a lot of what he set up in that series is probably never going to be followed up on, but hey, I'm always open to being wrong when it comes to stuff like that. And this new artist, Rafael Loureiro, I'm very curious to see like what all they're going to bring to the table. Just having perused their Instagram, I'm on board. Okay, they know what they're doing. They're good. This is not going to be dropping until September the 18th. This will be a 4-issue limited series. So yeah, I'm on board. Let's go. If there's any one thing that I would say that I'm a little miffed about with the series, is really just the fact that it's only going to be 4 issues. Like, I'm like, man, at least give it 5? Give it 5, man. Come on, give it 5, man. Round it up a little bit. So that way the cost of that trade doesn't hit quite as hard. But yeah, that's really my only criticism there. I'm all in. You guessed it, obligatory channel outro time. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. Clicking that subscribe button and tapping that notification bell ensures that you get more videos just like this one, and you don't miss any of my other content that I drop throughout the week, plus my live streams every Thursday and Saturday. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you click that like button, keep it plus ultra, and sound off in the comments.